over Finland.
Yeah, I suppose, Paul, it was the game that we had to win. It was Finland were rivals for that third place, that playoff place to avoid relegation to League C, and excuse me. Now that the two games have been played against Finland, we relegated them, so we have a chance now. We were guaranteed the third place before the England game, so it was good to get that out of the way. We now have a relegation playoff in March, I believe, to avoid relegation to the League C, and we'll stay in Group B or League B if we win it. Just on Thursday's game, yeah, look, I was saying all week to there, Paul, the game we were mostly focused on was the Finland game. I wanted to keep a clean sheet. No, we did that. Good 1-0 win. Our first competitive win at home since, I think, Gibraltar, and they have to go all the way back. I think the only half decent team was Scotland at home. We were beaten 3-0 in the last Nations League campaign under Stephen Kinney. So look, it was Armenia. We beat Armenia 3-2 as well. Sorry, my apologies. But look, we beat Finland 1-0. It looks good on paper, but performances was a little bit worrying. I think Heimer himself said that they were a bit sloppy in midfield in particular. Finland had a lot of chances, Paul. They hit the post twice. They had the penalty saved. They had a few other half chances. And to be fair, Paul, I think most people would probably agree that Finland were probably a better team that night. And they were just a little bit unlucky. They probably had... The Finland actually reminded me of games that maybe we have played in the past where we have played in good performances, haven't taken our chances. And as you said yourself, Paul, the championship minutes before and after half time, maybe Finland sort of maybe had switched off a little bit. Mikey Johnson, good work down the left hand side, good ball into the box, and Nevin Ferguson nods into for 1-0 lead. Crucial time in the game, Paul, like you say yourself, just before half time. Ireland weren't exactly playing well, but we got the goal, and we defended a little bit better in the second half because other than maybe the penalty, one or two half chances, they didn't open us up as much or as obvious in the second half, but it was sort of worrying in terms that they seemed to open us up a lot in the first half. You know, the two chances hit the post, like Leighton Collins plays the ball into Mikey Johnson. Mikey Johnson gets turned, but he gets dispossessed very easily, and a beautiful shot. It just hits the post. Like Kelleher has no chance. And then the second one was good break away from midfield, and I think Collins just gets a touch to it, forces onto the post, and to be fair play to him, he got up, headed it away before any other player could get a shot off, because I think Kelleher might have been going the wrong way. But look, it was a 1-0 win. It was a win we badly needed at home. Get the confidence up. I think there was 39,000 there, so the fans are still coming in, even though besides the performances haven't been great. But good 1-0 win, a clean sheet, but on paper, Paul, it probably covered up a lot of the cracks.
Yeah. I said before we move on, I'll say, and I've always said it, a win is a win is a win. 1-0, I'll take that. We beat Finland twice. There was nothing between the two teams, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Finland could have won both of them. Both games could have finished level, but we won both of them. So we have to take that, we said, And I think this should be a reality check. This is where we are. We finished third. We'll come to the England game in a minute, but Greece beat us home and away. Greece had beaten us 4 times in the last year and a half and deservedly beat us. They're way ahead of us. So Finland, this is our level now as we stand, and you have to be realistic. So we beat a team on our level home and away, even though there was very little between it on chances and on possession and all that. So, but I'll take the win, 1-0 at home, and as you said, a clean sheet as well. So again, it's building blocks, as I call it. I'm repeating myself now. I know I'm like a broken record, but this decline started at least 10 years ago, a step-by-step decline. And if you're going to come back, it's going to be a step-by-step as well. And this is how you make the steps, Noel, against teams of the same standard, which Finland are. Try and beat them away and then beat them at home, and also by keeping clean sheets. Your goalkeeper made a save from a penalty. He's a top keeper. That's what you want your goalkeeper to do. Great save. And also, what I thought was very good, he could back up for the rebound or for the follow-up.
That's right,
So, but that's what he has to do, and that's what you're looking for your goalkeeper to do. So it's a step-by-step. So just one quick word before we move on to the English game.
Oh, yeah, step-by-step, Paul. I mean, this was the main result for us in terms of the group. The England game we'll get on to the England game, but this was the main stepping block, as you said yourself. Get the win against Finland, avoid relegation for the time being, get into that Nations League playoff, and take it from there to avoid relegation to League C, because our seeding, we can't really afford our seeding to go down any further, Paul. To be honest, it's not good. But the fact is, we won the game, we avoided relegation, and we're going to do the playoff now against a team from a runner-up from League C. So we have a half decent chance against those teams. Teams probably even on our level or even below our level. So look, we have a chance now, but yeah, it's a long road back, as you said.
Yeah, no, we go to the game play there Sunday night. Over in Wembley, we finished England 5, Ireland 0. So 0-0 at half time. So look, we've been talking about it, but look, I just want your opinion before I give my thoughts on it.
Yeah, Paul, I thought the first half. No, obviously a lot was made out of the England squad. About 8 or 9 players pulled out. I think a lot of clubs pulled rank. A lot of their players, and Declan Rice, Saka at Arsenal, and Codwell, and a few other Codwell at Chelsea, and a few others. They're all pulled out. Trent to Liverpool. So there was 9 of them. I can't remember all of them, but they're all good players. They all put out the squad, but a lot of players came in, Paul, and I think getting on to the second half, I think a lot of players actually got their first goal for England, and England smelled blood. And those players that are out there to try and prove a point, because Tuchel will be looking on, and they want to make an impression. So, funny enough, in a way, Paul, in the game against England in Dublin, England won 2-0, and I think England took the foot off the gas second half. They were saving themselves for their clubs. There's players that were playing on Sunday night for England, making their debut. Some players who are on the fringes of the squad the last couple of years, and some players who probably be warming the bench getting a start. So they were out to try and prove a point, and when they smelled blood, they took it. They really went for it. But as a game as a whole, Paul, I remember Lord Mason Ericsson used to be a manager of England. He used to say first half good, second half not so good. And that was the case for us. First half, I thought we were very competitive, very good. We knew we weren't going to have much of the ball. I think there was a stat there. I think England had something like 65 or 66% of the ball in the first half, or even more. That was to be expected. I thought we defended very well. We reduced England to long shots. The first shot on target in the whole game, I first believe, was the penalty that Harry Kane scored. And first half, very good. There was a few little bits in the first half, Paul. Bellingham got a yellow card needlessly, or a few Irishmen got needless yellow cards as well. There was a bit of handbags and little rubbish that was going on during the game. Lumbie there in your graphic, he got a yellow card. I think he's out now for one of the playoff games, the first leg. But unfortunately, Liam Scales got a needless yellow card. Now, the other players did as well. The English players got needless yellow cards as well. But unfortunately, our won't came back to haunt us, because we were defending really well. We kept England at bay, as I said. Doing much better than many people might have said in the first half. Kept our shape. Created a few half-decent chances. The penalty appeal, in my view. I think Ferguson, like, what really lifts you off is that the penalty that Finland got was with VAR. They had a look at it and they decided that Ferguson, he handballed it. Now, I can understand a referee or a linesman missing it, but what I can't understand is you can't pull a lad's jersey down to the ground and expect to get away with it.
No, you can do it, Noel. If you're the top team in the world, top 5 or 6, and you're at home and you're playing the team 70 in the rankings, you'll get away with all them decisions. That happens at club level. That happens at international level.
Yeah, you're right, Paul. Because if you flip it the other way, let's say Liam Scales in the first half pulled down Harry Kane like that. I guarantee you, with the crowd, the home crowd, everything, like you said yourself, the big team, they will get the penalty. And with 2 penalty appeals, the one on Spadix, like Walker doesn't get a touch of the ball. He gets touched the Irish when he trips him. You could say that could be a penalty as well. But look, that's besides the point. When you lose 5-0, as Heimer, he said, to be fair, Heimer, who took it in, he said we should have had a penalty, but he didn't really want to talk about him. He said you can't really be appealing for penalties when you lose 5-0 and you collapse like they did in the second half. I think Heimer was very frustrated. You could tell that, he said, I suppose he said himself, it was very easy to criticise on the sideline, him being the manager, but he just felt they lost their shape big time, lost their heads. Great ball in from Harry Kane to Bellingham. Liam Scales, he just clips him, and unfortunately, if Scales had pulled out of the tackle, he might have even gotten the block in, but because Jude Bellingham, don't think he even controlled the ball very well when he got it. But sloppy play from Ireland. Ferguson to give away the ball. They're trying to work it out. Harry Kane nips in, plays a great ball at the Bellingham, as I said. Penalty, red card, 1-0 down, and it's a killer, Paul. But I think if we're able to, I think at that stage the players knew we go 1-0 down to England. against 11 minutes is bad enough. When we go on at 1-0 down to England, man to stop in the penalty, Harry Kane, their chip is up. The Wembley crowd are getting behind it because the Wembley crowd were getting a little bit frustrated, Paul, to be honest with you. The English crowd expected us to not roll over, to get our hammer in, but not in the way that we did in the first half, because they expected us to maybe, once one goes in, they'll all come in.
Because the point we're coming to, which I think just before we finish the first section, is first goal came in, a man down, but we conceded 2 goals in about less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was just before we move on to where we're going forward. Just a quick word on that. That was done and dusted. The complete collapse.
Complete collapse, Paul. I think if we were able to hold out for a couple of minutes with 1-0 down, it wouldn't be too bad. The team could be making a few subs, a few defensive subs, and just defend the edge of our box, 2 banks of 4, whatever, and forcing them wide, and hopefully we can defend it out for the rest of the game. But the crucial goal was the penalty, but the one that killed us completely was the second goal. Collins tries to clear it. He hits off Josh Culler's chest. Falls perfectly for Anthony Gordon. 2-0, his first international goal for England. A couple of minutes later, another man gets his first international goal, Conor Gallagher. This is where I think the players from England smelled blood. They said this is their chance now to really hit it home, get on the score sheet, and show Tugan, who's going to be manager now in July for England, that I'm here and I can make a difference for him. 3-0. Bowen, first touch from a very good set piece from a free kick. Defending leave much to be desired, Paul, from set pieces for Ireland on Sunday night. 4-0. 5-0 even. There was a joke of Roy Keane, his future son-in-law scored, and he says it'd be a sweet moment for him. So look, 5-0. At the end of the day, Paul, in the second half, England completely destroyed us. They're on a different level to us completely, Paul. They're as I said earlier on, they had about 8 or 9 withdrawals, and a few players came in, and it was like, when you look at it, who in the Irish team will get into the England squad? Never mind the 11, none.
Probably the goalkeeper, maybe Kelleher.
Probably the goalkeeper, yeah, Kelleher. But then again, Kelleher's
no outfield player though. No outfield player.
No, definitely not. No outfield player within a hope will get into the England squad. That's the level we're up against. I think it was a bit of a joke that England were in League B in the first place.
Yeah.
But they're back into League A now. We don't have to worry about them. But yeah, look, it's very, very disappointing. Because I think on the first half promised so much in terms of encouragement, defending. They were organised. We wouldn't expect anything more, because we're playing England. That's what we have to do: defend your box and take a few chances if you can get them on the counter attack or from set pieces. The one sad thing, Paul, is we didn't get any corners in the game. Didn't get up into the English half enough. Get a few set pieces, corner kicks, free kicks, stuff into the box. We didn't do enough of that. But look, 5-0, it's a hammer, and we take our medicine and we move on.